Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, and welcome to the Sri Vidya Temple's online classes in chanting. We're currently doing a series on learning Sri Adityahrudayam Stotram. We just started last week, so what I will do is I will share my screen to show the words in English. I will do a review of what we did last time, starting from the beginning, just chanting by myself, and then we'll start learning from there. So let me share the screen. Okay, let me increase the Shruti volume. And we'll start with the Ganapati prayer, and then I'll start from the beginning. Om Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye. Okay, now starting from the beginning. Om Asya Shri Adityahrudaya Stotra Mantrasya Sri Agastya Rishihi Anushtup Chandaha Shri Adityahrudaya Bhuto Bhagavan Brahma Devataha Om Bijam Rashmimate Riti Shaktihi Om Tatsaviturityadikayatri Kilakam Nirasta Shesha Vignataya Brahma Vidya Siddhau Sarvatra Jaya Siddhau Cha Viniyogaha Om Agastya Rishaye Namaha Shirasi Anushtup Chandase Namaha Mukhe Adityahrudaya Bhuta Brahma Devatayai Namaha Hridi Om Bijaya Namaha Guhye Rashmimate Shaktaye Namaha Padayoho Om Tatsaviturityadikayatri Kilakaya Namaha Nabhau Viniyogaya Namaha Sarvange Om Rashmimate Angushtabhyan Namaha Om Samutyate Tarchanibhyan Namaha Om Devasura Namaskritaya Madhyamabhyan Namaha Om Vivaspate Anamikabhyan Namaha Om Bhaskaraya Kanishthikabhyan Namaha Om Bhuvaneshwaraya Karatalakaraprashtabhyan Namaha Om Rashmimate Hridayaya Namaha Om Samutyate Shirase Svaha Om Devasura Namaskritaya Shikhayai Vashat Om Vivaspate Kavachaya Hum Om Bhaskaraya Netratrayaya Vaushat Om Bhuvaneshwaraya Astraya Phat Dhyanam Namah Savitre Jagate Kachakshuse Jagat Prasuti Sthiti Nasha Hetave Trahimayaya Trigunatmadharine Virinchi Narayana Shankaratmane Tato Yuddha Parishrantam Samare Chintaya Sthitam Ravanam Chakrato Drushtva Yuddhaya Samupasthitam Daivataischa Samagamya Drashtumabhyagatoranam Upagamya Bravitramamagastyo Bhagavan Rishihi Rama Rama Mahabaho Shruno Guhyam Sanatanam Yena sarvanarin vatsa samare vijayashyasi. Adityahrudayam punyam sarvashatru vinashanam. Jayavaham japen nityamakshayam paramam shivam. Sarvamangalamangelyam sarvapapapranashanam. Chinta shoka prashamanam ayurvardhanamuttamam. Okay, so that's what we learned up to last time. So we'll start learning from the 6th shloka. Who would like to chant the lines first? Maybe Charu auntie? So, Charu auntie, are you there? If you can unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No problem. All right. So we'll start from the 6th shloka. Rashmi mantam samudyantam.
Rashmi mantam samudyantam. Rashmi mantam samudyantam.
Very good. Only thing is the E sound in Rashmi is hrasva. You were saying it a little bit like a dirgha, but it's hrasva. So it's like Rashmi mantam. Rashmi mantam. Okay. Okay, that's it. Now the next part. Devasura namaskrutam.
Devasura namaskritam. Devasura namaskritam.
Good. Again, the same thing. The sura is sounding like dirgha, but it's actually a hrasva su. Devasura. Devasura. Okay, so let's try the full line. Rashmi mantam samudyantam devasura namaskrutam.
Rashmi mantam samadyuttam devasura namaskritam. Rashmi mantam samadyuttam devasura namaskritam.
Good. The devasura came out correctly, only the Rashmi mantam. So I'll say just that, and then you can just repeat it after me. Rashmi mantam.
Rashmi mantam.
That's it.
Rashmi mantam.
Okay, very good. Let's do the next line. Pujayasva vivasvantam.
Pujayasva vivasvantam. Pujayasva vivasvantam.
Good. Bhaskaram bhuvaneshwaram.
Bhaskaram bhuvaneshwaram. Bhaskaram bhuvaneshwaram.
Good. Let's try the whole line. Pujayasva vivasvantam bhaskaram bhuvaneshwaram.
Pujayasva vivasvantam bhaskaram bhuvaneshwaram. Pujayasva vivasvantam bhaskaram bhuvaneshwaram.
Very good. Next line. Sarvadevatmako hyesha.
Sarvadevatmako hyeshva. Sarvadevatmako hyeshva.
Good. Let's just look at the last line that I just chanted. Hyesha. 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 H-Y, and then the A sound, and then sha. Okay, so hyesha. So there's actually holding on the ich sound, which is a very challenging one. So it takes a little bit of practice, but there is a bit of holding there. Devatmako hyesha.
Devo
Hyesha.
Yesha. Okay.
Okay. All right, so let's do the next part. Tejasvi rashmi bhavanaha.
Tejasvi Rashmi Bhavanaha. Tejasvi Rashmi Bhavanaha.
Good. Now the whole line. Sarvadevatmako hyesha tejasvi rashmi bhavanaha.
सर्वदेवात्मको ह्येष तेजस्वी भावनः सर्वदेवात्मको ह्येष तेजस्वी भावनः.
Very good. The only thing I heard is a very, very slight gap between Hyesha and Tejasvi. Okay, so some people have the habit of adding a gap in there, but the way that we chant is that we don't keep any gap. So when there's a so these are kind of like two parts or two padas of the one line, and so there's a kind of like the end of one pada comes at the end of 8 syllables, and then the next 8 syllables are the next pada. So when there's a hrasva, like this sound in hyesha, it just gets linked very quickly. So you're just chanting the duration of one hrasva vowel. Hyesha tejasvi, hyesha tejasvi. Okay, so you can hear that there's no pause there in between the hyesha and then the te. Okay, so let's go on to the next line. Esha deva suragarnan.
Esha deva suraganan. Esha deva suraganan.
Lokan patigabhastibhihi.
Lokan patigabhastibhihi. Lokan patigabhastibhihi.
Good. Now the whole line. Esha deva suragarnan lokan patigabhastibhihi.
Esha deva suraganan loka patigabhastibhihi. Esha deva suraganan loka patigabhastibhihi.
Very good. The only thing was in Esha, the first word, the sha was coming out more like a dirgha. Okay, so
deva suraganan
that's it,
loka.
exactly. Esha deva,
Esha
Esha
deva.
deva. Okay, all right, let's do the next line. Esha brahma cha vishnuscha.
Esha brahma cha vishnuscha. Esha brahma cha vishnuscha.
Good. Just keep in mind the holding on the ib in Brahma. So like
Esha brahma.
Eshabram, Eshabramha. Okay. All right. So let's do the next part. Shiva Skanda Prajapatihi.
Shiva Skanda Prajapatihi. Shiva Skanda Prajapatihi.
Good. So here we notice that we have Visarga coming at the end of Shivaha, and again Visarga coming at the end of Skandaha. But because of the sound that follows each word, it's pronounced differently in each case. So here, because there is an S starting for Skanda, it becomes Shivaskanda, Shivaskanda. It's pronounced like the S sound. But at the end of this one, Skandaha, we have the pa as the next sound. So this one gets pronounced as the af sound. Skandaf prajapatihi. Skandaf prajapatihi. Okay, so that's just the rule for pronouncing visarga, depending on what sound comes after it. All right, so let's try the full line. Esha Brahma cha Vishnuscha Shivaskandaf Prajapatihi.
Esha Brahma cha Vishnuscha Shivaskanda Prajapatihi. Esha Brahma cha Vishnuscha Shivaskanda Prajapatihi.
Good. And let's do the next line. Mahendro Dhanadah Kalo.
Mahendro Dhanadhakalo. Mahendro Dhanadhakalo.
Good. Yamasomo Hyapampatihi.
Yamasomahypampatihi. Yamasomahypampatihi.
Very good. I could hear the holding on the ich in hyapam that time. The only thing is that somo was sounding a little bit like soma. So this is somo, somo, and then hyapam. Okay. So just wanted to point that out. Let's try the, let's see, let's try the whole line again. Mahendro Dhanadah Kalo Yamasomo Hyapampatihi.
Mahendro Dhanadhakalo Yamasomo Somohyapampatihi. Sorry, missing that. Mahendro Dhanadhakalo Yamasomohyapampatihi.
Good.
Mahendro Dhanadhakalo Yamasomohyampatihi. Yapampatihi, sorry.
Okay, thank you very much. So now let's see if anyone else is able to repeat the lines.
I can, Ekta ji.
Okay, great, thank you. All right, so we'll start from the 9th shloka. Pitaro vasavasadhya.
Pitaro vasavasadhya. Pitaro vasavasadhya.
Good. Yashvinau maruto manoho.
Yashvino maruto manoho. Yashvino maruto manoho.
Good. Now let's try the whole line. Pitaro vasavasadhya yashvinau maruto manoho.
Pitaro vasavasadhya yashvino maruto manoho. Pitaro vasavasadhya yashvino maruto manoho.
Very good. So I was able to hear the holding on ich here in sadhya yashvinau. So that's another example of that tricky combination. Let's do the next line.
Ekta ji, sorry. Now or Heshwino?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Is it Heshwino or Heshwino?
First one is correct. Hyashvinau. It's like an ow sound, like gauri.
I just wanted to make sure I had the right script. Okay, thank you.
Sure, no problem. Okay, now the next line. Vayurvanhif praja prana.
Vayuvar Vayurvanhih praja prana. Vayurvanhih praja prana.
Good. Rutukarta prabhakaraha.
Rutukarta prabhakaraha. Rutukarta prabhakaraha.
Very good. Just want to point out that this bha is a mahaprana. So you just want to let that come out like prabha, prabha. Okay, so you can just focus on the mahaprana there. Let's do the whole line now. Vayurvanhih praja prana rutukarta prabhakaraha.
Vayuvanhih praja prana rutukarta prabhakaraha. Vayuvarnhih praja prana rutukarta prabhakaraha.
Very good. I heard the Mahaprana that time. It may be hard to see in your script, but at the end of Vayu, there's a repa. There's a Vayurvanhif. Vayurvanhif. Okay, so sometimes it sounded like that wasn't getting pronounced. So just wanted to point that out. And also just want to watch the gap in the middle of the line and make sure that it's not it's just like a smooth flow. So this would be like Praja Prana Rutukarta. Praja Prana Rutukarta. Okay, so there's
Is there visarga after pranaha?
no, there's no visarga.
Oh,
Are you using the docs that I provided, or is it like a separate one that you found online?
I'm using Kannada script, so I found online Vaidika Vijnanam one.
Oh, okay, because I didn't do the Kannada one. Okay. All right, so this was taken from sanskritdocuments.org. So I believe there doesn't need to be a visarga there. But I can check on that and we can see.
Maybe it is
Okay.
not there. That's where I feel like it's messing the flow.
Okay.
I think maybe I try without the visargam and see if it comes properly.
Sure.
Vayurvanhih praja prana rutukarta prabhakaraha. I think that sounds
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Okay. All right, let's do the next line. Aditya savita suryah.
Aditya savita surya. Aditya savita surya.
Bhagav Pushagabhastiman.
Kaghaf pushagabastiman. Kaghaf pushagabastiman.
Good. Just notice the Mahapranas in Khaga, Khagaf, and
Okay.
also Gabhasti, Gabhasti. Okay, so let's try the whole line. Aditya savita suryah khagaf pushagabhastiman.
Aditya savita surya khagaf pusha gabhastiman. Aditya savita surya khagaf pusha gabhastiman.
Very good. All right, let's do the next one. Suvarna sadrusho bhanur.
Suvarna sadrusho bhanu. Suvarna sadrusho bhanu.
Good. Hiranyareta divakaraha.
Hiranyareta divakaraha. Hiranyareta divakaraha.
Good. Let's try the whole line. Suvarna sadrusho bhanurhiranyareta divakaraha.
I have Banoho. Visarga, is it Banor? I heard you as Banor.
That is what I have. So
That's fine.
these things have to do with sandhi. So based on what the end of a word is and what the following sound is, there are certain rules of how that sound will change. But at different points in time, those rules may have shifted slightly. So depending on the original source of a stotram, some of the sandhi may be slightly different. But the version that I have, it indicates Bhanur Hiranya. So the visarga is actually the R sound.
Okay.
Okay.
Suvar sadrusho Bhanur Hiranyareta divakaraha. Suvarna sadrusho Bhanur Hiranyareta divakaraha.
Very good. All
Thank
right,
you.
let's do the next line. Haridashvasahasrarchih.
Haridashvasahasrarchih. Haridashvasahasrarchih.
Good. Sapta saptirmarichiman.
Sapta saptirmarichiman. Sapta saptirmarichiman.
Good. Now the whole line. Haridashvasahasrarchih sapta saptirmarichiman.
Haridashvasahasrarchis sapta saptirmarichiman. Haridashvasahasrarchis sapta saptirmarichiman.
Very good. Now the next line. Timironmathanashambhus.
Timironmatanashambhu. Timironmatanashambhu.
Good. Tvashtamartanda amshuman.
Tvashtamartanda amshuman. Tvashtamartanda amshuman.
Good. Now the whole line. Timironmathanashambhus tvashtamartanda amshuman.
Timironmatanashambhus tvashtamartanda amshuman. Timironmatanashambhus tvashtamartanda amshuman.
Good. Just
questions. Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
No, I think the script differences is there. So Shambhu is there, is it? But you said some Shambhus. How does the sound come? Because there is a
Yeah, definitely it's Shambhus because of the following ta. That is a clear role of sandhi. So the document that I have has it as Shambhus tvashta. Shambhus tvashta.
Okay.
If you like, I can probably yeah, I believe I can create the Kannada pretty easily. We don't have a lot of people who use that script, but I can create that and then it'll be the same as all the other ones. So you can use that starting from the next time. Okay.
Very
Sorry about that.
creative work, but I can correct it. It's fine. There's a small nuance.
No, I mean, it's good that you have such a good ear. And so you're able to hear that what I'm chanting is different from the script, the version that you have. But it'll be, just simpler if I do that. It's not too much work.
But how
So I can.
ta come when there is a ta? That's what I'm trying to understand. Shambhus twa. How does sa come? When there is a twa, twa is there, right? How does the S sound get inserted there?
It's not that it's inserted. Shambhu. It's just a rule of sandhi that certain sounds will change into other sounds. Like, how typically we say namaha, like Shivaya namaha. But when, like in Rudram, sometimes that namaha changes to namo, like namo hiranya. So we don't say namaha hiranya, right? So
Okay.
visarga doesn't come in front of a ha. It'll change, the word will change to namo. And in some cases, the visarga will drop off completely and you'll just have nama. And an example of that would be nama uchchair ghoshaya. So if you remember from Rudram, there's one part, nama uchchair. So instead of namaha uchchair, it becomes nama uchchair. So the visarga completely drops off. So just these rules are there, and sometimes one version of something may have some slight, either sandhi changes or sandhi mistakes, you could say. So it's a small thing. It's a very small thing. But I felt that this version was a good one that I got from sanskritdocuments.org. Okay. So it's just a feature of the Sanskrit language. The grammar of it is that these sounds will change to some extent, depending on the sound combinations. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. All right. So, what I'm going to do now is I'll have everyone mute themselves. I'm just going to chant everything that we've done so far. And then after I finish that, I believe Rupa Amma will be chanting the lines next. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to the 6th shloka and just review what we've done so far. Rashmimantam samudyantam devasura-namaskrutam Pujayasva vivasvantam bhaskaram bhuvaneshwaram sarvadevatmako hyeshta tejasvi rashmi bhavanaha esha devasuragarnan lokan patikabhast Esha Brahma cha Vishnuscha Shiva Skandaf Prajapatihi Mahendro Dhanadah Kalo Yamas Somo Hyapampatihi Pitaro Vasavasadhya Hyashvinau Maruto Manoho Vayurvanhif Praja Prana Rutu Karta Prabhakaraha Aditya Savita Surya Khagaf Pusha Gabhastiman Suvarna Sadrusho Bhanurhiranyareta Divakaraha Haridashvasahasrarchis Sapta Saptirmarichiman Timiron Shambhustvashta Martanda Amshuman. Okay, so starting from shloka number 12, Rupa Amma, you are unmuted. There we go. Hi, Amma.
Namaskaram.
Okay. Namaskaram. Okay, so we'll start. Hiranyagarbhashishiras.
Hiranyagarbhashishiras. Hiranyagarbhashishiras.
Good. Tapano bhaskaro ravihi.
Tapano bhaskaro ravihi. Tapano bhaskaro ravihi.
Very good. Just notice the Mahaprana in bhaskaro, bhaskaro, and also in the beginning, garbhash, garbhash. Okay, so just watch out for those Mahapranas. Let's do the full line. Hiranyagarbhashishirastapano bhaskaro ravihi.
Hiranyagarbhashishiras. Bhaskaro ravihi. Hiranyagarbhashishiras. Bhaskaro ravihi.
Very good. I heard both Mahapranas very clearly. Okay, now the next line. Agnigarbhodite putrash.
Agnigarbho didev putras. Agnigarbho didev putras.
Good. Shankashishiranashanaha.
Shankashishiranashanaha. Shankashishiranashanaha.
Good. Just have a little bit more holding on the visarga in Shankaha. So because of the following shi, it's pronounced as a ish sound. So we have Shankashishira, Shankashishira. Okay, so let's try the full line. Agnikarbhodite putra Shankashishiranaşanaha.
Agnigarbho didev putra Shankashishiranaşanaha. Agnigarbho didev putra Shankashishiranaşanaha.
Very good. Okay, next line. Vyomanathastamo bhedi.
Vyomanatastamo bhedi. Vyomanatastamo bhedi.
Good. And here, just notice there is also a Mahaprana in nathas, nathas. So that's like a t sound. Okay, we'll do the next part. Rukya jasamapāragaha.
Rukyajasamaparagaha. Rukyajasamaparagaha.
Good. Now the whole line. Vyomanathastamo bhedi rukya jasamapāragaha.
Vyomanatastamo bhedi. Rukyajasamaparagaha. Vyomanatastamo bhedi. Rukyajasamaparagaha.
Good. Let's do the next line. Ghanavrishtirapaam mitro.
Ghanavrishtirapaam mitro. Ghanavrishtirapaam mitro.
Good. Vindhya vithi plavangamaha.
Vindhya vidhi plavangamaha. Vindhya vidhi plavangamaha.
Good. And I'll just point out for everyone that there's a Mahaprana in Vindhya and also Mahaprana in Vithi. Vithi. Okay, so let's do the full line. Ghana vrishtirapam mitro Vindhya Vithi plavangamaha.
Ganavrishtirapham mitro vindhya vidhi plavankamah. Ganavrishtirapham mitro vindhya vidhi plavankamah.
Very good. Only thing I heard is that instead of plavanga, it sounded like plavanga. So that vanga is hrasva. Okay? Okay. All right, let's do the next line. Atapi mandali mrityuf.
Adabi mandalim mrityuf. Adabi mandalim mrityuf.
Good. Pingala sarvatapanaha.
Bingalas sarvatapanaha. Bingalas sarvatapanaha.
Good. Now the whole line. Atapi mandali mrityuf pingala sarvatapanaha.
Adabi mandali mrityuf pingalas sarvatapanaha. Adabi mandali mrityuf pingalas sarvatapanaha.
Very good. Okay, next line. Kavir Vishvo Mahateja.
Kabir Vishwo Mahateja. Kabir Vishwo Mahateja.
Good. Rakta Sarvabhavodbhavaha.
Raktas sarvabhavotbhavaha. Raktas sarvabhavotbhavaha.
Good. Now the whole line. Kavir Vishvo Mahateja Rakta Sarvabhavodbhavaha.
Kabir Vishwo Mahateja Raktas sarvabhavotbhavaha. Kabir Vishwo Mahateja Raktas sarvabhavotbhavaha.
Very good. Okay. So now with the next shloka, so we have 10 minutes to go for the class, so we still have time. Starting with the next shloka, the 15th one, which starts with Nakshatra Grahatarana. These are, I believe it's 7 shlokas that were recommended especially by Mahaperiyava or Paramacharya as being very highly potent. So it starts from Nakshatram and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it ends with this Loka Sakshine, so the 21st shloka. So just wanted to point out to everyone that from the 15th shloka to the 21st, these are the very sort of critical nuclear shlokas, you could say, that were recommended for repetition. In case anyone doesn't have time to do the full practice, these are very powerful and they can be done, a number of times, like just chanting them 3 times or something like that. Okay, so let's start with this one. Nakshatra Grahataranam.
Nakshatra Grahadaranam. Nakshatra Grahadaranam.
Good. Just notice the holding on the ig in graha. Nakshatra graha. Nakshatra graha. Okay. All right. Now let's do the second part of the line. Adhipo Vishvabhavanaha.
Adhibho Vishvabhavanah. Adhibho Vishvabhavanah.
Now the full line. Nakshatra Grahatarana Madhipo Vishvabhavanaha.
Nakshatragrahaktarana madhibho vishvabhavanah. Nakshatragrahatarana madhibho vishvabhavanah.
Very good. Now the next line. Tejasamapi tejasvi.
Tejasamabhitejasvit. Tejasamabhitejasvit.
Good. Dvadashatman namostute.
Dvadashatman namostude. Dvadashatman namostude.
Good. Now the whole line. Tejasamapi tejasvi. Dvadashatman namostute.
Tejasamabhitejasvit. Dvadashatman namostude. Tejasamabhitejasvit. Dvadashatman namostude.
Very good. Let's do one more shloka and then I'll maybe go back to the beginning and review everything. Okay. Namah Purvaya Giraye.
Namah Purvaya Grihaye. Namah Purvaya Grihaye.
Okay, so if we look at the that word after Purvaya, we have Gi Ra Ye. Gi Ra Ye. Those are the syllables. So so we have Gira Ye. Gira Ye. Okay. Hope that's clear. All right, let's do the next part of the line. Paschimaya namaha.
Paschimayatraye namaha. Paschimayatraye namaha.
Good. Let's do the full line. Namah Purvaya Giraye Paschimaya Traye Namaha.
Namah Purvaya Giraye Paschimayatraye namaha. Namah Purvaya Giraye Paschimayatraye namaha.
Very good. And now the next line. Jyotirkarnanam Pataye.
Jyotirgananam Bhataye. Jyotirgananam Bhataye.
Good. Dinadhipataye Namaha.
Dinadhipataye namaha. Dinadhipataye namaha.
Good. Now the whole line. Jyotirkarnanam Pataye Dinadhipataye Namaha.
Jyotirgananam Bhataye Dinadhipataye namaha. Jyotirgananam Bhataye Dinadhipataye namaha.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, Rupa Amma. Okay, so now for the last 5 minutes, I think what I'll do is I'll just go back to the beginning of the actual stotram. So coming to the first shloka, and I'll chant that myself as a review and practice. Tato yuddha parishrantam samare chintaya sthitam Ravanam chakrato drashtva yuddhaya samupasthitam Daivataischa samakam yad drashtumabhyagato ranam Upagamya bravit ramamagastyo bhagavan rishihi Rama Rama Mahabaho Shrono Guhyam Sanatanam Yena Sarvanarin Vatsa Samare Vijayashyasi Adityahrudayam Punyam Sarvashatru Vinashanam Jayavaham jape nityamakshayam paramam shivam Sarvamangalamangelyam sarvapapapranashanam Chinta shoka prashamanam ayurvardhanamuttamam Rashmimantam samudyantam devasuranamaskrutam Pujayasva vivasvantam bhaskaram bhuvaneshwaram Sarvadevatmako hyesha tejasvirashmi bhavanaha Esha deva suraganan lokan patika bhastibhihi Esha brahma cha vishnuscha shivaskandaf prajapatihi Mahendro dhanadah kalo yamas somo hyapam patihi Pitaro vasavasadhya hyashvinau maruto manuho Vayurvanhif praja prana rutukarta prabhakaraha Aditya savita suryah khagah pusha gabhastiman Suvarna sadrusho bhanur hiranyareta divakaraha Haritashvas sahasrarchis sapta saptirmarichiman Timiron mathana shambhustvashta martanda amshuman Hiranyagarbhashishirastapano bhaskaro ravihi Agnikarbhodite putra shankhashishirnashanaha Vyomanathastamo bhedi rukyajasamapāragaha Ghanavrushtirapam mitro vindhya vithi plavangamaha Atapi mandali mrityuf pingalas sarvatapanaha Kavir vishpo mahateja raktas sarvabhavodbhavaha Nakshatra grahatarana madhipo vishvabhavanaha Tejasamapi tejasvi tvashatman I'm sorry, let me do that again. तेजसामपि तेजस्वी द्वादशात्मन्नमोऽस्तु ते नमः पूर्वाय गिरये पश्चिमायात्रये नमः ज्योतिर्गणानां पतये दीनाधिपतये नमः. Okay, so I'll stop sharing the screen and just want to see if anyone has any questions on anything that we learned tonight.
No, sorry. The line 8, where you had that, the her sound and yadi had come up. Just to do that one only slow, number 8 sloga.
Okay, let me see. The first line or the second line?
The second one.
Okay. All right, so I'll chant that line
Yeah.
4 times. Okay,
Yeah.
so everyone can hear it repeated. Mahendro dhanadah kalo yamas somo hyapampatihi Mahendro dhanadah kalo yamas somo hyapampatihi Mahendro dhanadah kalo yamas somo hyapampatihi Mahendro dhanadah kalo yamas somo hyapampatihi. Okay, is that
Thank
clear?
you.
Okay, sure. Any other questions on any other lines? Okay, seems
We
like
need to
everyone's
practice it. Yeah, that is
everyone's
kind
all
of tricky. The her sound and along with that it comes. I don't know where to.
It is tricky, so
connect.
definitely it takes some extra practice of just focusing on that, section
Yeah.
itself. But if anyone is interested in also learning Lalita Trishati, this is very, very good practice for that, because in Lalita Trishati, that kind of holding on ich comes repeatedly and one after another. So that's the most challenging aspect of chanting Trishati. So if anybody wants to learn that or is trying to refine their chanting because they've already learned it, this is good practice for that.
Maybe next time we should do that one.
we can think about that.
I am.
Yes,
Are you
Amma.
going to teach Lalita Trisadi?
I would. Sure, I would love to do that. But we would probably need to check it with Aya first, because he's always recommended, or guided us that in order to chant that, one should have the Diksha in Pancharashi specifically. So we would just check with him as to his approval on that one. But sure, we'll consider that for sure.
How about Sri Suktam?
Sri Suktam is also on the list, so I believe we'll probably focus on something Shiva related after this Adityahrudayam, just because Shivaratri is coming up and some people might like to incorporate that into their puja on Shivaratri. And then once that's done, we can do other things, like could be Sri Suktam or Saundarya Lahari or something like that. The things that we've gotten requests for.
If we
thank
know
you so
what
much.
they are planning to do for Shivaratri, we can use that one to learn.
Yes, I believe it will be the Sahasra Lingarchana puja, which they've done in the past. And for that one, there's many different things in
I
it.
know.
And it's really it's a very specific and it's a very sort of esoteric and unusual thing that not many people are likely to do. So it's probably a little bit hard for me to do a class focusing on that one, because it won't be applicable really for most people. And we want to stick to the things that
People can
more
use it.
people would actually chant or use in their puja or something like that.
That is
Right.
good. Thank you.
All right, so why don't we end the class there? So Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thanks to everyone for joining our class on Adityahrudaya Stotram, and we'll continue next week as well. So thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
joining and have a good night.
Namaskaram, Amma. Thank